Hello again. Something I've noticed over the last 20 years or so is the way that fireworks are now heard not just on one night of the year anymore. There was a time when Guy Fawkes Night was a special and uniquely British event. The 5th of November was pretty well the only time of year that one ever saw or heard fireworks. I can't remember the last time that I even saw a guy. Remember Penny for the Guy, when children would stand on street corners with the guys they'd made, begging for money to buy fireworks? I think the rot set in when we began celebrating Halloween in this country and imported the custom of trick or treat. I suppose that you can't really have children begging on two occasions so close together, and so one of the customs had to go. It's just a pity that it was the American custom which won out, but then I suppose that's not surprising. Then too, fireworks set off at the Hindu festival of Diwali, and that too has the effect of blurring the special significance of Guy Fawkes Night. Something about the autumn seems to make people wish to celebrate it by lighting fires and setting off fireworks. We remember the old Celtic festival of Samhain, which was held on October the 31st. The fires were lit at this time of year as a symbolic way of prolonging the fading sun's heat and delaying the onset of winter. Like the other midway point between equinox and solstice, May Day, Samhain was marked by dressing up and disguise. Sometimes young people would black their faces and engage in a version of trick-or-treating. Before pumpkins became popular, turnips were used to make jack-o'-lanterns. These were part of a myth which has more than a passing resemblance to some of the older known fairy tales in Europe. I'm thinking now of The Smith and the Devil. In the jack-o'-lantern story, a notorious loose liver and drunkard called Jack encounters the devil while he's walking home one night from a drinking session. He manages to trick the devil into climbing a tree and then carves crosses on the trunk to prevent his being able to climb down again. Then he strikes a deal with the devil that he will erase the crosses and release him if the devil promises that he will not allow Jack ever to enter hell. When Jack finally dies, he finds he's not allowed into heaven because of all his bad behaviour during life. He goes down to hell, but, true to his bargain, the devil refuses him entry and in irritation throws a glowing coal at Jack's head. Because he's feeling a little cold, Jack hollows out a turnip and places the coal inside to preserve its heat. Then he sets off to look for a resting place, since neither heaven nor hell will have him. It's allegedly for this reason that we make jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween, although these days more often pumpkins are carved out. Halloween's always been a popular time of year to divine the future, of course, a practice upon which the church has always looked with disfavour, with strong scriptural backing, needless to say. The fortune-telling at Halloween is usually of a fairly harmless nature. Girls can find out things about their future husband by peeling an apple in one continuous piece and then throwing it over the left shoulder, so that the peel will then form the initial letter of the future husband's name. It's more likely to be marked these days, of course, by children dressing up as witches and ghosts and offering a mild threat to people and exacting tribute from them. So it is that the older influence of Samhain, combined with the new one of Diwali, have joined together to push Guy Fawkes Night out into the cold. Most people these days only know November the 5th as Fireworks Night, rather than for any association with Guy Fawkes. The fireworks are now heard for a week or two on either side of Guy Fawkes Night, rather than just for a single night. And so another little bit of English tradition shrinks and will probably be gone altogether in another few years.